Evening, everybody. It's 6:56 on Monday evening. This is your closing comment. It is video number 1689. Okay, let's get right to it. The 2 to 10 year inverted yield curve is now at minus 93. Looks like it's headed to a dollar. They've started looking at the 10 to 3 year. You know, all of this is situational. You use either what is a standard or you don't. We have uh, Fed Chairman Powell starting tomorrow morning. I'm sure that there'll be an early release of his statement to Congress. This is his biannual questioning by Congress. I think Congress tomorrow and the Senate the day after. Stocks were higher this morning. We were up as much as 181 in the Dow. We finished up 40, which was pretty close to the low. The low was about unchanged, but advanced declines were 2 to 1 to the downside. Same thing with the NASDAQ. We actually were down $13 and change, also 2 to 1 to the downside after being much higher. S&P was positive $2.78, also near the low, actually made a new low on the day, even though it stayed positive at the end of the day. The one that was down the most all day was the Russell, which finished down 1.5%, down 28.51. And I've mentioned this, I mentioned it in this week's letter, and I've mentioned it repeatedly. Um, Small business is going to get crowded out as it relates to funding. And the big companies did 147 billion in new debt last year. It was expected to be between 90 and 100. So 147 billion, that's a pretty big number, 50% basically over what was expected. Transports were down 139, 9.2%, and um, the VIX was up a little. It's still absurdly low, 1863, up 14 cents. Oil was down hard this morning, down right around $78. Actually finished the day at 80 and a half, or 86.46, up 78 cents. Gold was dead even, unchanged. Bitcoin up 70, the dollar down 16, the bonds down a quarter of a point, and silver down a dime. Nat gas, the huge loser, 257 down 44, almost the entire move that it had last week. Goldman Sachs um, upgrading Apple. Um, I don't see it. Um, Everybody else has already said everything that Goldman has said. The stock was as high as 156.30, but it closed also at or very close to the low, 153.69, up 265. So it was up an additional $3 from where it was, and so it gave back half of the gain and closed on the low. Merck went the other way on good things being said about a trial for a new cholesterol drug. Stock closed 111.14, up 426 or 4% on that news. JetBlue and Spirit. JetBlue 847, up 15 cents. Spirit 1662, down $1.31 or 7.3%. This is supposed to be a $3.8 billion deal. Um, Absolutely, it's being looked at as anti-competitive, even though JetBlue and Spirit say that it will actually increase competition. Sienna which was 49.92 on the low and 54 and a quarter. This morning it was 53.85, up 476 or 9.7 on a beat on earnings. It closed $1 off the low and $4 off the high. 50.90 up $1.81, 3.7. And Norfolk and Southern, which had yet another derailment in Ohio, 222.12 down 627, which is one of the reasons the transports were down 140. 2 weeks ago, the stock was 235. February 3rd, before the derailment, it was 255. 222.16. Not great. Chart on the screen is the copper, and it was down pretty hard this morning. Got down as low as 408. Pardon me, 40085. So just under 401, and rallied during the day, closed on the high and up on the day. You know, if this area holds, this $4, the round number, which has proven to be significant, if this holds this low and moves above Friday's high of 411.75, I think that we have a heck of a good shot of getting this back over 420. It's the only position that we're carrying right now. So, because it's so late, I can give you another look at the futures. Oil up another 8 cents. Nat gas up 370. Gasoline down less than a penny. Heating oil up less than a penny. The gold, as I said, was unchanged, now down 2.5. Minor half a penny lower on the silver. As I said, the copper is given back 1.3 cents after being up on the day, and platinum up, palladium up. None of the softs are open. Stock futures up $2, $7, and $13 on the three main ones, and the Russell is up $1.20. So really nothing much there. The dollar was down, has not reopened yet. Bitcoin was up slightly and is up slightly tonight, up 45, and Ethereum up 9, and the bonds, which were up down a quarter of a point, are gaining half of that back. All right, folks, I'll be back first thing in the morning.